Hey y'all. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, your girl is just happy to be back today. As you can see from my little title, today I'm saying listen, release it all, and claim your victory. Just claim the victory. You know why? Because God said He gets the victory out of everything. So we're going to get the victory out of everything. No matter what we're going through, we're going to get the victory. So I have a special guest with me on today, and I'm not even going to tell y'all who it is. Nope, I'm going to do it. I am here with the one and only prophetess, minister, mighty woman of God. Y'all listen, I'm with her. She over here trying to get out of this, y'all, but let me tell y'all, she powerful. It's something in her, it's a word in her, and she's just going to just encourage y'all, for a minute or two today, and she's just going to have her way. I am just more excited that I get to bring people in on this thing with me. Y'all know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I be nervous, and I don't want to do it all by myself, so I'm bringing some people in with me. So y'all going to be seeing special guests all the time. So listen, y'all, today I wanted to kind of just talk about manipulation and, depression and all that stuff. And manipulation can be a silent thing. And I'm going to tell you why it can be a silent thing. And that's because when a person is involved in manipulation, they don't see it. So it's silent to them. And when people around them is trying to tell them, listen, you need to get out of that. You need to open your eyes. You're being manipulated. They don't understand that because they don't see it, because they in it. Listen, y'all. We are being manipulated on our jobs. We're being manipulated in our families. We're dealing with manipulation in our relationships, even in church, even in the ministry. And we have to continue to open up our eyes and realize what's going on around us, what's going on within our environments, what's going on within our relationships, so that we are not allowing people to manipulate us. Because when we don't see it, it causes us to go into a depression. It causes us to have anxiety. It causes us to have that feel like you're lonely. And you don't have to be depressed. You don't have to feel lonely. You don't have to have anxiety. You don't have to do that. Don't allow anybody to manipulate you and feel like you are nobody, because you are somebody. Don't allow anybody to manipulate you and make you feel like you can't make it. Don't allow anybody to make you feel like your ideas ain't great, because they are great. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow people to make you feel like you are not great. Don't allow people to make you feel like if it ain't their idea, then it's just no good. Listen, y'all, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We not doing that. I want you to know that you can overcome anything. We overcome people. We overcome situations. We overcome circumstances that we deal with. We overcome relationships. We overcome broken things that's broken that we're involved in, whether it may be a relationship, whether it may be a marriage, whether it may be a friendship. We overcome those different things, okay? Don't allow yourself to get stuck in a situation or a thing because of what you afraid about, what somebody else is going to say or what that person has to say. People gonna talk no matter what. Let them talk. Let them talk. You don't have to chase down anything. Listen, situations they may fail, but you don't fail. You are not a failure. And you ain't got to beat yourself up. You ain't got to chase that down. If it didn't work, it just didn't work, okay? It just didn't work. You ain't got to get on social media. You ain't got to get on the phone. You ain't got to text nobody. You ain't even got to put it in the email. You do not have to chase any of that down. I was told by the mother in the church that when you chase down something, then you chasing down lives. You ain't got to chase down nothing, because what's in you is going to come out. People are going to see the goodness in you. People are going to see the greatness in you. People are going to see the worthiness in you. But you have to be able to Know your own worth. Know your self-worth. Know who you are. And more importantly, know whose you are. Okay? Don't chase nothing down. You ain't got to prove to nobody that you happy, you excited, you at peace, you this, you that. Because listen, baby, as long as you know, that's all that matters. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, listen, release all that stuff and claim your victory. If you got to release people, release it. If you got to release that job, pray and ask God which way you need to go so he can release you up out of that negative environment. If it's a relationship, it's your family, lay it before the Lord and allow him to tell you which way you need to go to release it so you can claim your victory in that thing, okay? So now I am going to go ahead and introduce my special guest. I'm excited about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, we are responsible to hold one another accountable. So I'm holding her accountable because I know that there's greatness in her and I know that there's a work in her. And when y'all see who this is, people gonna be like, oh, I know her. Yes, she finna give y'all a good minute or two. And here she goes to presenting to some and introducing to others. Kim.
Hello. How you guys doing out there on Facebook? So as you all see that she's talking about manipulation and depression, we know that depression could be very real. It affects our health. It affects our jobs. It affects our family life. It affects what we do on a daily basis. It reflects our relationship with God. So in order to make sure we're doing what we need to do, we got to make sure we're releasing and reclaiming what it is that God has given to us in this season. And just to add into that manipulation part of what LaWanda was speaking about, is that we also got to make sure not only that we know our worth and we know who we are, we can't allow people to come in between us and God of what he has and what he's called us to do. So we need to just make sure that we're doing what we need to do. I mean, I could come from a line of manipulation. I was in a marriage for 17 years with a person for over 20 years, and I stayed silent and letting things be done that needed to be done. But it was a line of manipulation in that marriage, in that relationship. And I had to ask God the steps that I needed to take to get up out of it. When I got out of it, I was free, y'all. I'm talking so free. I've never been so freed in the last 4 years the way I am now. So at this time, I'm just saying that making sure that you're taking care of yourself mentally, because mental illness is real, and depression would take you into that mental illness if you don't take care of yourself. And I'm not saying, sometimes a lot of us as African Americans, we don't believe in counseling, but counseling could be a good thing because you're only releasing what's in you. You only releasing that pain, that hurt, that brokenness. So you just have to make sure you're doing what it is that you need to do to take care of you. And most of the time we don't realize manipulation, this for the shock a lot of y'all, it wastes our time. You lose so much time that you cannot get back. You cannot retain it. You can't gain it. Once that time is gone, time is gone. So we got to make sure we're using time wisely in this season. We have to make sure we're using our time and building relationship with people that means us some good, people that got our backs, people that want what's best for us. Because we even got to make sure we have that intimacy time with God so we can know what it is that he's telling us and calling us to do. Because manipulation, a lot of us will say, well, I can't be manipulated. Yes, you can. Any and everybody could be manipulated. Anytime you started losing your faith, you start losing your intimacy relationship with God, you start losing your time that you're meditating because you're too busy worrying about other things that's going on the job, at work, in the relationships with your children. Even our kids could manipulate us, y'all. A lot of us don't want to hear that. Our kids could have us to waste our time and manipulate us to doing things that we're just constantly running behind them and constantly focusing on it. We got to go back to what our ancestors was doing, what our grandmothers was doing, what our mothers did for us. We got to go back into praying for those kids, praying for their lives, praying for the calling that God has on their lives. We ain't got to fuss and argue with nobody. Just pray for them, y'all. Just pray for them. And pray for me while you at it. God bless y'all. Have a wonderful day on today. I thank LaWanda for inviting me today, even though I really didn't want to do it, but she forced me. She manipulated me. But it's worth the time in this manipulation. So manipulation could be good sometime, but not all the time. See you guys.
See y'all, let me tell y'all. Yeah, I had to get her because it's so much greatness in her. But y'all heard everything she said. It was all good. And I just want to add that when you find out who your manipulator is, who's causing you to be stressed, depressed, and having anxiety, just pray for them too, okay? Pray for them and keep on going about y'all day. Y'all already know that your girl love you. Y'all know the motto of the year, be you, do you. I don't care what you do. Just be great at it, okay? Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.